What's up, kids? I'm T, and thanks for clicking on the first video in my series documenting my annual Halloween Christmas party, the Yule Ghoul Soirée. In this video, I'm going to explain what the party is, a little bit of the history behind it, and what you can expect in this series in the months and weeks leading up to the soiree. If that sounds interesting, please keep watching. And if you do find it interesting, you know what to do. Something I've wanted to do since I was a little kid is be able to throw fun, festive parties at my house where I could go all out with whatever theming or decorations I wanted, and everybody would have a really good time. We bought this house in September of 2019, and for our first house party, my husband and I planned this big 90s nostalgic celebration. We got a bunch of snacks from when we were kids. We created this obstacle course that would end with people jumping in the pool. Like, it was gonna be so much fun. And then we had the party set for March 21st, 2020. Yeah, so that didn't happen. So I spent the summer months of that year, fighting off depression, helping my husband find a new job, catching and recovering from COVID, just really missing everybody. I also had knee surgery, so my mobility was like total trash. Then Halloween rolled around, and friends of ours, we usually go to their annual costume party. And we did go that year, dressed as Bill and Ted, but it just, it wasn't anything like a normal party. So then after Halloween, everybody nosedives into Christmas. And I remember foolishly thinking like, oh, well, maybe we'll have a little Christmas get together. And we didn't have that. So I was like, man, next year I'm just gonna have a party for every holiday. I'm gonna have a birthday party and a Valentine's Day party, and they're all gonna be glorious. An Independence Day party, and then of course, the two best holidays there are, a Halloween party and a Christmas party. And then how you start just going off on tangents in your mind. I was like, oh well, who throws both a Halloween party and a Christmas party? I don't know if I could get that to work out with people's schedules, and just they're too close together, and just rambling on and trying to figure out, oh, well, which one would I pick? I love both holidays. Halloween's so awesome and Christmas is so fantastic. How do you choose? And then just like all of a sudden, a little light bulb went off, and I was like, oh, just have one party and celebrate both. And then I was like, oh my God, this is the greatest idea I've ever had. So of course, the first thing I did was go to Pinterest and look up Halloween Christmas party ideas. And didn't find much. It was just a lot of, separately themed things. And then like a ton of Nightmare Before Christmas themed party ideas. So then I looked on YouTube and it was the same thing. And I'm like, did I just come up with the greatest idea ever? No. Well, but really, just after that, all the ideas started pouring in. With the way the world was going and my own personal world was going, I had my son, my father passed. We did not have our first Yule Ghoul Soirée until November of 2023. And honestly, it was great. We had a few people come from really far away, and I think so far that's been our biggest turnout. But yeah, it was everything I'd hoped for, and I had a total blast. It was so much fun. Pretty much immediately after the party, I said to my husband, like, we need to make this an annual thing, and he completely agreed. So that was that. Had the next one in November of 2024, and that was the first one that my daughter attended. She was only like 3 months old, but still. And then last November, we had the third iteration of the soiree. Every year we do a little bit of fine tuning, try to make sure that we don't repeat any of the same issues we had the year prior. It's usually concerning food and what to serve. And we always try to have it the second weekend of November. The first weekend is just like way too close to Halloween. And then if you, once you start hitting that third week, you're getting way too close to Thanksgiving. And a lot of people travel for Thanksgiving. So we found that the second weekend is our sweet spot. So this year's soiree is set for November 14th, which, let's see, as of filming now is about 4.5 months away. Whew. There's a couple of little new things I'm gonna try out this year, plus, actually documenting the whole lead up to it. So it's gonna be a blast, and I'm really, really excited to share this with you. I'm gonna cover all the bases on these videos, like the food, the activities, my outfit. I don't know yet if I'm gonna do a Halloween costume or an ugly Christmas sweater. And of course, all the decorations. I usually try to pick up 1 or 2 new little things every year. You know, I don't have the funds to go crazy, although I'd love to. And I usually will do 1 or 2 small craft things too. So I'll be sure to share all that stuff as well. I probably won't have another video in this series for a little bit just because it's so far out. Well, I mean, you know, like it's already kind of summer-ween, so I don't know. Well, we'll see. But if any of you guys have done anything similar, or you have any ideas on something you'd like to see at a party like this, you know, please share it in the comments, because I absolutely love throwing this party every year, and I'm always open to ideas and suggestions. All right, I think that's everything. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. This series, the Yule Ghoul Soirée. Big nostalgic 90s celebration. No, we planned. Judging by the filming I'm doing today, what is that, about, I don't know, 5 months away?